What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the upcoming Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the clay colorway. I just picked up this pair of sneakers today from J&M Sneakers in Queens, New York. They're always holding it down, they're always helping me out. If you guys would like to check them out and see what they have in stock, make sure to check out their Instagram in the description below. The Clay 350s are the third Yeezy 350 that Adidas has dropped this month. It's the last of the three regionally released Yeezy colorways, the first being the True Form and Hyperspace, released in Europe and Asia respectively. This colorway is releasing exclusively in the Americas, however it does seem to be the least limited of the three because it's coming out in full family sizing. So if you're trying to match your wife and kids, this is the only of the three colorways that you can do that in. I've said in multiple videos that I'm not a huge fan of this colorway and that in my opinion it looks like a badly dyed custom, but now that I've seen it in hand, I still don't love it, to be honest, but it doesn't look as bad as I was expecting it to. Starting off on the upper of the sneaker, you've got that same Yeezy 350 V2 Primeknit that you find on every other Yeezy 350 V2. It's got the same Primeknit patterning as the Statics, the True Forms, and of course the Hyperspaces, except this time around it comes in sort of an orangey light brown. One thing that I've really noticed about this sneaker is how different the colorway looks depending on the lighting and the camera that you're using. This shoe can either look bright orange or like a completely washed out tan. It really just depends on the lighting situation. And that's fine, it's really not a problem, but one thing you will notice is that the Primeknit color is a slightly different shade of orange than the rest of the orange accents on the shoe. Of course, running up the center of the shoe, you've got that signature Yeezy stitching, and then weaving in and out of the Primeknit, you've got this sort of light orange or almost gold colored rope laces. Unlike some of the recent 350 V2s, these rope laces do not have 3M accents, which I think is a good thing because I think it would clash with the upper. As I'm sure you've noticed by this point, running down the side of the shoe is this translucent mesh stripe. This plastic mesh stripe is the same material that they've used on the other plastic mesh stripes, except this time around it comes in sort of a light orange tint. Underneath the clear stripe, you do have some orange accents on the toe and on the heel of the sneaker, and they do bring some dimensionality to the design. Moving inside the sneaker, you've got the same exact padding setup that you have in all the other 350 V2s, except this time around in this sort of clay brown. Of course, on the back of the ankle, you've got the Adidas 3 stripes in 3M. And then rounding off the inside of the sneaker, you've got a clay-colored insole with the Adidas and Yeezy branding printed on the heel. As for sizing, the 350 clays fit just like every other 350 V2, which is a half size small. That means that you should probably go up half a size when buying this sneaker, or if you don't mind a really snug fit, go true to size. Continuing back on the shoe towards the end of this translucent stripe, you've got this bright orange, almost neon orange pull tab. The pull tab wraps all the way around the heel of the sneaker and, in my opinion, doesn't really match. Then moving down on the sneaker, you've got the signature Yeezy ribbed midsole. This time around, the midsole rubber is semi-translucent, which means you can see right through to the Boost midsole. And an interesting detail about this midsole is that the rubber actually fades from a sort of reddish orange at the top to an almost yellowish orange at the bottom. It's an interesting detail and one that I absolutely hated when I first saw it online because the pictures honestly just didn't do it justice. And now that I'm seeing it in person, I'm still not in love with it, but I do think it's a nice touch. Then moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this sort of light orange semi-translucent rubber outsole that of course wraps up onto the heel of the midsole. I still hate this detail on Yeezys. I still think it looks like a mistake every time I see it, but on this particular colorway it's masked pretty well, so I don't mind it as much. Overall, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Clay is almost a story of redemption. I absolutely hated this sneaker when I first saw it online, and I still don't love it. But now that I've seen the sneakers in person and I'm holding them in hand, I'm starting to notice all the little design details that I missed online. The color isn't as crazily saturated as I thought, and I don't mind it. Will I keep this pair? I'm not sure, I don't even know what to wear it with, but if you decide to pick up the 350 Clay, it's not a bad way to go. But that pretty much wraps up the video for today. Now I would love to know your thoughts on the Clay 350s and whether you're picking up a pair for yourself or maybe some family members on Saturday, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.